You ain't got no bottle. Let's just be honest.
Good morning, everyone. It is November 20th, 2016. The markets are closed, and we're going to do another red hot, motivating video for all you covered call writers that want to make some mini checks just like I do. Okay, I want to pick up those crumbs. We talk about this all the time, and it's just a common theme that I want to minimize risk. I want to pick up the crumbs, and I want to do it time and time again. And we can do that writing covered calls and be in the house. So before we get started today, we're going to talk about collecting the mini paychecks. But again, I want to say thank you for everyone that is hitting the subscribe button. I want to say thank you because when I do a video that might interest you, I want you to get that email. I want you to come and watch the video and learn something. I'm not a teacher per se. I love to teach. I don't profess to be a teacher. I'm not accredited and all that good disclaimer stuff. But I love telling my story, and I hope, and I know I get feedback. It does benefit some of you. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and be ready, be prepared to have a covered call millionaire mindset. So let's go ahead and get started for this quick video today. Yesterday I wrote a video about how I use S&P type companies to make 8% in 6 weeks. Now, I don't do that all the time. My example with Las Vegas Sands was a good one. Really enjoyed it. I have a couple running trades that I am hoping to just break even. And through covered call writing, as the stock has fallen, I have been able to reduce my dollar cost average down. Now, if I get to a point where I'm able to break even on the trade, I'm happy with that. And I'm going to move on to the next trade, because years and years of swing trading and trying to pick my spots in the market, you know, I found myself in a bad spot sometimes. I mean, just this past February with oil crashing, I, like many, sat on my hands, stressed out the markets falling, losing money, and just sitting there watching in amazement how much money I was losing. But then over the past 2 years, culminated to this year when I went full bore covered call writing. And now my whole world has changed. Okay? I don't sit on my hands and watch my stocks fall. Okay? I feel empowered. I write calls. Even if they're deep out of the money, I collect a little money back. Okay? I feel empowered. I feel better. I'm getting the financial education, and I'm actively managing my assets. Okay? So with covered call writing, we can make little mini paychecks when the markets go sideways or up, and that's fine and dandy, because if you're in retirement or if you're looking for the better things in life, whatever the reason you want to earn extra income, covered call writing could be that for you. It is for me. But also when the markets start to tank, okay, I have utilized covered call writing to at least somewhat mitigate the losses, and I feel better about it, okay? Hey, I'm still losing money just like everybody else, but with covered call writing and a financial education, I'm able to manage that a lot better. So let's get back to writing covered calls to pick up the crumbs, okay? So I hope this video inspires you today that you can do this with a small amount of money, get that experience so you can do this time and time again and build up that portfolio. See, I like to compare real estate rental income with covered call writings, okay? And I'm going to create an entire series of videos based on that. But you know, what I like about covered call writing is we can, you know, get the experience. We can be actively in the strategy for as low as 100 shares. Whatever stock you pick, as low as 100 shares. I like to use Microsoft as the example, and right now it's at $60. That would cost $6,000 just to be in the game, to try to collect the monthly income, and we do it again and again. But see here, if you wanted to buy a piece of real estate, okay, you're going to leverage yourself, okay, and you're taking on a lot of risk, okay, for the little reward, and you don't have any flexibility. See, if I make that covered call right, and I make that 1 month income, and I lose on that bet, Microsoft goes down, I can mitigate the losses, and then eventually I can work myself out of Microsoft, and I can pick another property. Maybe the next month, maybe 3 months, but I'm not stuck with a house I bought on the wrong side of the street. Now, we're going to talk about that later, next couple videos I do. But again, I want you to be motivated to get the experience. Start small. And I want you to get that critical experience, right? So you can do this fluently, like it's water. We could buy a stock. We could sell the call, dictate the terms, collect the premium. We then use exit strategies, or we let that option go worthless, depending on the situation. We then take those shares, we then write another covered call. We do this time and time again. Then we do it with multiple stocks, as if you had multiple properties. I mean, I had 10 stocks concurrently last month running covered calls. So you can do this. And we want to pick up crumbs. I see videos of some of the better teachers out there, okay, on covered call writing. And they would have you overreach for the $4 premium. Boy, I'll tell you what. When you learn this stuff, you realize the higher the premium that you would get paid to sell a call typically means the higher the volatility. I'm not saying it's a bad trade, but you need to understand with the higher premiums come the higher volatility. Okay? And if you don't want volatility, then I like to minimize that volatility by picking great S&P type companies, right? And the ones I can sleep with at night, even if the markets go down. Hey, I own Microsoft. I own Nike. I own Disney. Okay? So we can then write our calls. We could pick up the crumbs. And what do I mean by the crumbs? Let's talk a little bit. Crumbs in my world are, and this is really how I see it, folks. This is really how I see it. I see it as, in this case, I'm going to write a a 2-week covered call, and all I'm looking to do is pick up a 40-cent crumb. Do you see that right there? 40-cent crumb, okay? And I'm going to do this for 2 weeks. And I pick up that percentage right there based on the shares, okay? Now, an annualized gain, if I do this annually, and if I get it, remember there's a big if there, but it's 38% annually. Now, let's say I don't even do that 52 weeks a year, or in this case, 25 weeks a year. Let's just say I do it 10 times or 15 times. You can see how those percentages will add up. And that is income in our pocket, time and time again. And also remember that Microsoft pays almost a 3% dividend that we can collect as well. So we get paid many different ways. We collect our crumbs, we collect our dividends, and hey, if the markets go higher, we can collect the appreciation of a stock moving higher because we write out of the money calls. Okay? So I hope I motivate you. I hope this is one of those videos where you say, wow, he doesn't take much risk. He doesn't use as many shares. I can get the experience. I can do this strategy. And when I do this strategy, I feel empowered. I can dollar cost average down if I make a mistake in which a stock falls. Or I can reap the benefits of having a stock go higher, make the percentage move in the stock gain, make the premium in my pocket for the covered call crumb that I collected, and we can do it again and again. Okay? So I really do hope this video inspires you. And like I talk about, mini paychecks. These are the mini paychecks that I have collected since August. Okay? So, and yes, they keep going. keep going. Where are you at? Where are you at? I know I can do this. Look at those, folks. Look at those. You can do that. This is my spreadsheet of how I manage my profits and losses. I look at this. I actually lost $315 there, but the way I manage my trades, I have explained that on for my records. But we don't always win. We don't always lose. But boy, if we can keep collecting these checks every single time, I'll take my chances. Hey, with that said, I hope I inspired you. I hope you'll come back and watch my series on real estate and covered call writing. I want you to think of this in terms of a way to achieve your dreams, your successes, and maybe make those little mini paychecks that would just add to your lifestyle. Because, hey, at the end of the day, it's a scoreboard of whether we are winning or losing. Whether I spend a nickel of the money I just showed you, which I typically don't, but to me, that is the scoreboard that I am doing something right. So, hey, until next time, and I hope you come back and watch my videos next week, because I am going to do my real estate series on covered call writing. Until next time, I hope all your covered calls are profitable.